Hey everyone, it's Priscilla from This Queen Crochet. If you like crochet stuff, subscribe to this channel. Alright, today I'm going to show you all how to do the waistcoat stitch in rows, as in flat, not in the round like my last video. So today I'm using my 5.5mm hook and some Red Heart Yarn Super Saver in retro stripes. I will link all of it below if you want to go get your own. Alrighty, so we're going to start off with how to do it. Obviously, you want to know how to do the slip stitch, slip knot, chain, and single crochet. If you don't know how to do any of that, I got you. It's in the description how to do all of those. I have tutorials for each of them. Alright, let's start off with the slip knot. Do a slip knot, put on your hook as per usual when you start your crochet projects. Alrighty, there you go. And now you're going to chain as many stitches as you want in your piece. We're going to keep it simple. We're just going to do 10 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, I want 10, but as the beginning of all your usually in your rows, I want to chain 1, and we're going to skip that chain. So I actually chained 11. We're going to skip the first chain so that we have 10 stitches. Sorry. Alright, so chained 11, skipping the first one, and we're going to start doing a single crochet into the first stitch. Alright, so when you do your single crochet, you insert it, wrap it around, wrap your yarn around, then you pull up. So when you're pulling up, you're going to want to pull up a little bit extra because you want your single crochets to be a little loose, or it's going to be very difficult to do the waistcoat stitch on the next round. So pull up a little extra, wrap it around, and then pull it through 2 loops. Now you got your first single crochet. You're going to continue doing that in each chain until you get to the end. So I chained 11, I skipped the first one, so I'm going to have 10 stitches as I go down. Don't forget, when you do your single crochet, when you insert it, you want to put it through, wrap it around, pull up a little extra. You want to make sure that you're going to have some loose single crochets so that the waistcoat stitch is easy to do in the next row. I'm going to fast forward to the end and meet y'all at the next row. Alrighty. Here we are at the end of the row. We got all our loose little single crochets looking happy. And then we're going to turn our work around. Just like that. So it's facing this way. We're going to flip it. That's turning your work. So at the beginning of my round, in the beginning of my row, not round. I'm so used to working in rounds. We're going to chain 1. Just like that. Now we're going to work back over those stitches that we just did. But with the waistcoat stitch, you're going to be working in the middle of each stitch. And I'll show you, don't worry. So the trick is, the first stitch, you're going to do a regular single crochet. It's kind of almost impossible to work in the middle when it's kind of cut off. So for your first stitch, you're going to do a regular single crochet into the V the normal way. So 1 normal single crochet. And now, for the rest of them, we're going to work into the middle of the stitch. So as you can see, here's our next stitch. And you got kind of like an upside down V. See that? There's a little thing on top, V, upside down. You're going to put your hook into the middle of that, just like this. Then you're going to do a single crochet. After you insert it, wrap the yarn around your hook, pull it through, wrap it around, pull it through too. And it's not going to be as neat looking as the waistcoat stitch in the round because you're kind of working on the back of your work, but it's still pretty. So I'm going to show y'all again into the next stitch. Here's the next stitch. You got a little upside down V here. You're going to get your hook and put it into the middle of that stitch. Wrap your yarn around, pull it up, wrap it around, and pull it through both loops on your hook. And you're going to continue that little sequence until you get unto the end of your row, and I'll meet up with you guys there. And don't forget, I almost forgot to mention, to make your single crochets not super loose, but a little bit looser so that it's easier to work in the middle of the stitch. Alright, so here I am at the last stitch. I'm going to work right into the middle of it, as so. Do a little single crochet, and then at the end of your row, turn your work. And you're going to do the same thing over and over again into every stitch. So now I'm going to real quick show you how to do an increase or a decrease. So let's just say we chain 1, we get past our first normal single crochet of our round. The first stitch will always be a single crochet normally. And then let's say you want to increase into your next stitch. What you're going to do is insert it into the middle and do a regular waistcoat stitch. Do one. And to increase, just put another one right in there. Now you're doing 2 stitches into the middle of that previous stitch. And there you have an increase. Now let's say you want to decrease with the waistcoat stitch. Insert it into the middle of the stitch like you're about to do a waistcoat stitch. But after you insert it into the front of that stitch, right, you're going to go to the next stitch where you want to decrease. And you're going to want to get your crochet hook and poke it through the middle of that next stitch. So, show y'all again. Put it into the next one. And then put out the front of the next one. So it's looking like this. Wrap the yarn around your hook and pull it through both of those stitches. Wrap it around and pull it through 2 loops. And that's how you do a decrease. And then into the next stitch, if you're not decreasing, just do it normally. Put it in the middle and keep going. And as you do your next row, it'll kind of help you even out a little chunk you got going on right there. It'll help even that out. Alright guys, and that's how you do the waistcoat stitch in the rows flat and not in the round. I think it looks a little bit better in the round. If you want to know how to do that, I'll link it below in the description, the full tutorial. Alright, and here's how mine turned out. I absolutely love how it looks. Alright, so have an awesome day, my crochet kings and queens. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.